Oh, hey. So I've got a question here from somebody called Gorazd, and he asked me, as a complete newbie in this, I'm wondering how to start making nice looking vids with simple equipment such as my iPhone 5S and a selfie stick. Also, the editing part is something I would love to learn about, so basically how to start. And this is I was pretending I was cool, but really I don't litter, so I'm going to pick that up. Really, the answer to this question, it can only be answered one way, and it's going to be by me showing you some kind of behind the scenes stuff and giving you some tips on how to do that. Right, so I got my little iPhone tripod thing here, and I've got my nerd video backpack on. So the day I'm having today is I'm just shooting some videos with a mate, and I want to kind of capture that. And I want to capture the location that I'm at, which is a really cool place in London called Primrose Hill. And to do that, with an iPhone, you start recording, and instead of kind of, just filming around like this and kind of doing a long shot and thinking, oh, that looks cool, and then moving away and kind of filming myself for a bit maybe, you want to kind of be a bit more purposeful about it. And if I see this scene here, it's like quite cool, a bit of shadow there, some trees. I'm going to pay attention to the rule of thirds in the screen and just kind of think, yeah, that'd be a cool 5-second shot. So I'm going to move through like this, real smooth, moving towards it. And I know that that's like, once I've done that for 5 seconds, that's going to be a good shot. So I can use that in the edit. Like other things, I want to have something to fill in the gap of like making sure that there's some movement in the video. So maybe I'll do a little shot of my feet like this. Just really simple things, but you just want to keep the shots on there for 5 seconds. I mean, the main thing that I want to talk about here isn't about how to specifically use an iPhone, but it's more about showing what you can do with any sort of equipment. And just with an iPhone, if you pay attention to getting shots that are kind of 3 to 5 seconds long, but really pay attention to how they look and then cut them together smartly and well, then it's going to look great no matter what equipment you have. We have like the big view of London, and obviously I want to capture that, get it on video. So rather than just doing this, which is what a lot of people would do, and kind of doing like a pan shot, although sometimes these can look cool, especially when you cut them to music and maybe do like a jump edit in between. A lot of things you can do instead is get things in the foreground of your shot. So for example, we've got this nice little Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe lamppost looking thing here. So what we can do is kind of, if we have this in the foreground in a strategic point, it just always gives the shot a bit of variety. So, and it also kind of, it gives you a sense of scale as well. If you have something in the foreground and the background, things can look much more impressive, especially if you go from one thing to another. So with an iPhone, it's so clear and you can get it so steady because it's got image stabilization. You can do a lot of movement, and you can do things such as going low like this and then slowly coming up to kind of give like a reveal of the view there with the lamppost as well. And that's going to look really cool in the edit. So I hope you can begin to see how I put together these sort of videos and how it's really just getting short moments, making sure you have the camera steady, making sure you have the right shot you want, and then putting them together in the edit to some cool music. That's kind of the basis that's the basic process really, especially if you're doing it on an iPhone as well. There's not much to worry about in terms of manual settings. You can just go ahead and basically fire an aim and shoot. If you have any more questions, let me know. I love answering them. I enjoy making these videos and I like helping you guys out. If you want to know the gear that I use personally for my films, then head over to my gear list, which is in the link below, and there you can download that. It's got some more how-to tips and advice as well as the gear I use, so get on that if you're not already. Until then, speak soon.